Yo, so I have quite a few things that I wanted to talk about, but I don't think I'm ready or I haven't really like formulated the right way to say it at the moment. Um, but I did just recently write a blog post for a project I'm doing, and it was about persistence and how important persistence is pretty much in regards to anything, but definitely in terms of achieving goals and achieving things. It's I think it's in some ways it's an underrated skill. Like the people who know, and the people who don't. But it absolutely is so utterly important. And the way life goes, there's a huge amount of apparent randomness, and life isn't necessarily fair. Some people just get lucky, some people just get unlucky, and there's nothing they can do about it. But you can always feel proud um, if you know that you've persisted, if you know that you've put in effort consistently and with dedication. Um, and that's something like I've struggled with a lot. Sometimes to some people it might look like I work reasonably hard. I struggle with being like ridiculously lazy, and that's probably why I get anything done, is because I know how lazy I am, that I just have to force myself to do things. And I've seen through my own life and career that persisting does pay off. And it's that compound effect that you try to improve that 0.1% per day, and it seems like you haven't made any progress, and you're doing it for weeks and months and years sometimes, and you're wondering if it's worth it. But you do have those compound effects, and suddenly a lot can happen. And the only way that does happen is through persisting, through being dedicated and just putting in the effort. There's that saying, I'm kind of paraphrasing, it's like, the overnight success that took 10 years. It always appears from the outside that, or it often appears from the outside that someone's just like come out of nowhere and wow, like they just must have like woken up one day and suddenly became like rich and famous. But 9 times out of 10, they didn't. You don't see the hard work and you don't see the ridiculous dedication. To use an example from basketball, some basketball crazy is like, you could watch LeBron James play and just feel like, yeah, he's tall and athletic. Like it's just natural. He doesn't have to work. He definitely works harder than anybody else. And that's when you also have like the superstars. It's not just talent and it's not just dedication. It's when those two meet. So if you got lucky, you're talented. You're good looking, or you're smart, or you're eloquent, or something resilient, you're healthy, who knows, whatever it is. Like maybe you got lucky and that's great, but that's only half of the equation. So persistence and dedication is something you have to work on. And you might be naturally talented, but you may not be naturally dedicated. You may not be naturally persistent. And it's something you can be cognizant of. And it's up to you to hone that skill. And it is a skill. Because sometimes it's the ability to just sit your ass down when you don't feel like it and just do the work, and you don't want to, and you're tired or you're feeling run down and you just don't have the motivation. Persistence is the thing that will get you through that. And with consistent persistence, you get a snowball effect. Eventually it becomes easy and it appears easy to people on the outside. So yeah, I think that's what my point is for today. Try to work on being persistent, being dedicated, having discipline. It's not easy, but it's really important. Bye.